Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
I hate black music. Those were the actual words a Columbia Records executive said to Bill Withers' face. The man who gave us Lean on Me and Ain't No Sunshine was told this by the very people who were supposed to support his career. Bill Withers died at 81, but the way he was treated by the music industry is heartbreaking. How did a Grammy-winning legend end up walking away from it all in silence? Bill's story starts with pain. Born in Slab Fork, West Virginia, he had a severe stutter that made people think he wasn't smart. Kids laughed at him. Teachers ignored him. He dropped out of school after 9th grade because speaking was torture. His father died when he was young, leaving his mother and grandmother to raise 6 kids while working as house cleaners in coal country. At 18, Bill joined the Navy to escape poverty. For 9 years, he served his country. But the most important thing that happened wasn't military training. It was speech therapy. For the first time in his life, someone helped him overcome his stutter. He learned to speak clearly. He gained confidence. And that confidence led him to music. The irony is beautiful and tragic. A man who couldn't speak as a child became one of the most honest songwriters ever. His stutter forced him to think carefully about every word. When he finally found his voice, every lyric mattered. He wrote about real feelings because he knew what it felt like to be silenced. When Bill got out of the Navy in 1965, he didn't chase fame. He got a job at a factory assembling toilets for Boeing 747s. While his hands built airplane parts, his mind wrote songs. One of those songs was Ain't No Sunshine. He wrote it while working a regular job, living a regular life. Most people would quit their day job after their first hit. Not Bill. Ain't No Sunshine went gold, and he still showed up to the factory. He didn't trust the music business. He thought it was fake and would disappear quickly. The cover of his first album shows him outside that factory with his lunchbox. He was proud to be a working man. In 1970, Clarence Avant at Sussex Records heard Bill's demo and signed him immediately. They brought in Booker T. Jones to produce his debut album, Just As I Am. The album was huge. Ain't No Sunshine won a Grammy for Best R&B Song in 1972. His second album, Still Bill, gave us Lean on Me and Use Me. Both went to #1. Bill was making hit after hit, but Sussex Records had a problem. They weren't paying him. Bill said it straight. Sussex weren't paying me. This wasn't about creative differences. This was about money he earned but never received. Bill got so angry that he did something extreme. He erased an entire album he had recorded for them. Just deleted it. Gone forever. Bill later admitted he could have handled it better. But you have to understand his frustration. He was creating beautiful music, making the label money, and getting nothing in return. The erased album was his way of saying he wouldn't be exploited. Things got worse. Sussex Records couldn't pay their taxes. They owed $62,000 to the government. In July 1975, the IRS locked their doors. Master tapes disappeared. The label collapsed completely. Bill couldn't record for years because of legal problems. His career momentum stopped dead. With Sussex gone, Bill had to sign with Columbia Records in 1975. It was a 5-album deal that seemed like salvation. He kept making hits. Lovely Day reached #6 on R&B charts. His collaboration with Grover Washington Jr. on Just the Two of Us hit #2 and won another Grammy. But Columbia was worse than Sussex, much worse. Bill lost creative control completely. Executives told him what instruments to use, what singers to hire, what songs to record. One executive wanted him to cover Elvis Presley songs. Bill told him to get the hell out of here. They called him difficult for wanting to make his own music. The racism was obvious and cruel. Bill met his A&R representative who said, "I don't like your music or any black music, period." Imagine hearing that from someone who's supposed to help your career. Bill was proud he didn't react violently, but the damage was done. Another executive looked at a magazine photo of the Four Tops and said, "Look at these ugly niggers." These weren't isolated incidents. This was the culture at Columbia Records. They saw Bill as something to control and reshape, not an artist to support. Columbia rejected so many of Bill's original songs that 7 years passed between albums. 7 years. They were basically telling one of the greatest songwriters alive that his music wasn't good enough. The label made him feel worthless while profiting from his talent. The final insult came during recording sessions for what would be his last album. Columbia made him record at someone's home studio. While he was trying to work, a naked 5-year-old girl was running around the house. Someone told the child, "We're busy. Go play with Bill." Bill was horrified. He was a big black man being told to entertain a naked white child. He knew how that looked. He knew the danger. He said, "I gotta get out of here. I can't take this shit." That was his breaking point. In 1985, at age 47, Bill Withers walked away from music forever. He was still successful, he was still talented, but he couldn't take the disrespect anymore. Record companies kept calling, trying to get him back. He told them he was too busy watching television. Bill's decision wasn't about money or fame, it was about dignity. He said, "Nobody had my interest at heart. I felt like a pawn. I like being my own man." The industry had tried to break him down, control him, and exploit him. Walking away was his final act of defiance. Ironically, Just the Two of Us became a massive hit after he decided to quit. It wasn't even released on Columbia. Bill called it his "Kiss My Ass" song to the label. It proved he could still make hits when people weren't interfering with his vision. Bill owned his publishing rights, so he made money from licensing his songs. Hip-hop artists sampled his music constantly. Kanye West, Jay-Z, Tupac, Will Smith, they all used his work. His songs appeared in movies, TV shows, and commercials. He was making millions without lifting a finger. The music industry kept trying to lure him back. Labels offered huge contracts. Producers promised creative freedom. Bill wasn't interested. He was perfectly happy in retirement. He had proven his point. In 2015, Stevie Wonder and John Legend inducted Bill into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Even then, he criticized the music business during his speech. He never softened his stance. He never forgave the people who mistreated him. Bill's retirement wasn't a retreat from failure. It was a strategic victory. By walking away, he preserved the purity of his music. He didn't chase trends or compromise his vision. His catalog remained perfect and timeless. Other artists release album after album, sometimes damaging their legacy with weak material. Bill had the wisdom to stop at his peak. His silence became more powerful than any comeback could have been. When Bill Withers died in 2020 at age 81, the world mourned a legend. But his story isn't just about great music. It's about a man who refused to be broken by a racist, exploitative industry. He found his voice despite a childhood stutter. He kept his dignity despite corporate abuse. He walked away on his own terms. Bill once said, "Most of my dreams came true and some of my nightmares too." I had a pretty good run.
For me to feel like I was valid, you know. It just depends on your personality. I might wake up next Thursday and think like, man.
That's the understatement of the century. He survived poverty, overcame disability, created timeless art, and maintained his integrity in an industry designed to destroy it. The saddest part isn't that Bill Withers died. The saddest part is how he was treated while he lived. But maybe that treatment made his music more powerful. His pain became our healing. His struggle became our strength. His quiet exit spoke louder than any comeback ever could. Bill Withers defined success on his own terms and left on his own terms. In a business full of fake people, he stayed real until the end. That's why his music will live forever, and that's why his story matters. Rest in peace to a true legend who never sold his soul.